What's up, everybody from Teal Taylor? This is DrStunJosh here, and I have another battle for you guys. This was an RU battle. It was against BrokenImpact, aka Bobby, one of my good friends. And as you can see, I have a kind of lax RU team. I mean, I really just said, let me make these 6 guys and just throw them in a team together. And, I mean, come on. I'm using a Zorwa. How more lax can you get? Now, I do have an unreleased Dream World, which is Chinchino with skill link, but, you know, talked to Bobby, he didn't care. And this actually ended up being a really good match, and just gonna get into it. So, I'm gonna lead off with my Zorwa, as you saw. He's gonna lead off with his Aerodactyl. I'm gonna disguise this as my Magneton. I mean, I kind of predicted him to switch into this anyways, and I guess it would have been better if I did switch into my Magneton to begin with, to set up a sub, but he is going to get Stealth Rocks up, and my Zorwa is sashed, so I'm going to go for the agility so I can be faster than him. Kind of caught him off guard at first because, you know, he was like, wait, Magneton learns agility? But, you know, he learned very quickly that that is not my Magneton. Now, I'm going to go for Night Days, and it's actually going to do a pretty decent chunk, all things considered. I mean, does over half. I'm modest, and modest Zorwa almost breaks 300, so it's not bad of a Pokemon. But, you know, you can either run a Nasty Plot or run an Agility set. I choose to run Agility because I just want to be fast the first turn. So, my Zorwa's actually going to be able to get a kill here, which is pretty funny. I mean, that Earthquake didn't even bring me down to his Sash, so I was kind of thinking that this thing might have been a Jolly instead of Adamant. But he's going to go into Sharpedo. I didn't know if he had the Aqua Jet or if he had the Protect or not. So either way, it didn't matter for me. I mean, my Zorwa was able to take out a Pokemon. I'm happy with that. Excuse me. So, you know, after turn effects, whatever. So I'm going to go into Quillfish now. And, Quillfish is going to give him a tiny bit of trouble because this thing is a pretty defensive monster. Now, I've never used any of these Pokemon that I have on this team before, except for Magneton. But, yeah, I've never used any of these Pokemon, so you know, was just kind of hoping I can just work with what I got and what I made. So I'm going to go for Spike's first turn as he switches out because I knew he couldn't do anything to me. Excuse me. And I'm going to go for Spikes again. I'm figuring that I can just keep setting up Spikes now. I mean, if he wants to set up Toxic Spikes, I could always switch out and then switch back in. But he's actually going to go for the Whirlwind this time. I don't know if he expected me to switch or not. But he's going to switch me out to my Rotom. And this thing is actually a dual status Hex set, which I just really came up with off the top of my head. It has a Will-O-Wisp and T-Wave, and then it has Hex and T-Bolt. So, because this thing is part Ghost, it is going to get the Stab. Now, thankfully, I'm going to get the burn on this because that crunched it a lot. And he later told me that this was actually a max attack Drapion. So, without the burn, that most likely would have killed me. I don't have any defensive EVs on this thing. I actually have special defensive EVs. I mean, I know there are stuff like Drapion and such in the RU tier, but I figured that thing having some more special defense bulk would help out in the long run. Now, he's going to Whirlwind me out, going to bring me out to Quillfish, going to get the Intimidate, so he's at like -2 or, you know, he has his burn cut in half and then the Intimidate. Excuse me. So, there's not really much that his Drapion can do to my Quillfish, so I'm figuring I might as well just go for another, go for my last layer of Spikes right now. And I have all 3 layers of Spikes. He doesn't have a Spinner or anything. Now, problem is, I don't have a Spinner either, and that Stealth Rocks is going to come back to bite me in the ass much, much later in the match. But he's going to Whirlwind me out into a Magneton right here. You know, gonna take Stealth Rock damage, whatever. After turn effects are going to happen. And now, I think what I go for is the Flash Cannon. And judging from this Earthquake, because I did get the Intimidate and the Burn, I probably should have went for the Sub instead. I mean, that's still going to do a decent chunk, but it would have been better for me to go for a Sub, be behind a Sub, and then be able to hit him with another Flash Cannon afterwards. But, you know, I guess I wasn't thinking right there. Because that's still going to be about a 3 to 4 hit KO. I mean, that Earthquake. But, as you'll see, it gets really close. So he's going to go for an Earthquake again. He pretty much has no use for Drapion at this point. You know, its attack power has been lowered so much. He might as well just do as much damage as he can. And even still, that is doing a lot. So I'm going to go for a Flash Cannon right here and going to take him out. So I guess, you know, again, I should have went for a sub and stuff, but, you know, whatever. That's wishful thinking. So he's going to go into his Galvantula over here. Now, I was predicting the HP Fire. I know these things might carry it. And I didn't want to lose my Magneton yet. So I'm going to go into my Rotom pretty much as fodder, and just to see what kind of set he is. And he's going to go for a Thunder. Now, if his Thunder had missed, I really would have been, you know, in a tough spot wondering what he might be. Because I know a lot of people run Life Orb sets like this one, but there is a spec set that you can run. So if he had missed, I really would have been kind of screwed in what I was thinking of what I'd do. But I'm going to go into my Chinchino now, and I know I'm faster because I'm jolly, so I'm going to go for a Rock Blast, and, you know, this doesn't even have to be skill linked for this to kill. Okay, maybe it does, because that was 2. But I'm going to be able to KO him right there, so, excuse me. I am a Expert Belt set, not Life Orb. I mean, you know, it's preference, I guess. I really just didn't want to use Life Orb. I'd rather try to save as much HP as I can. And the 10% power, I mean, I guess if I had 10% power, that would have been 2-hit KO right there, but whatever. So he's going to go into Aggron. I'm going to go into Quillfish to get the Intimidate off, because I know that this thing is so powerful. And he's going to go for the Automize. So he's going to raise his speed, and he's going to be nimble. Now, if people don't know what that means that he's going to lose some weight. So attacks like Low Kick and Grass Knot would do much less. And this is why this thing is so powerful. I mean, look at this. I'm max defense and I'm max HP, and look how much damage that head smash does after the Intimidate. It has so much damage. So right here, I'm just trying to get as much damage as I can, and I'm going to get an unfortunate crit. Now, I'm going to say that crit matters because I have no attack EVs whatsoever. And even if he doesn't have defense EVs, Aggron is a very physically bulky Pokemon. So now he's going to go into this Omastar. And I was hoping, like praying, that I might be slower to begin with. I know it's kind of dumb because Quillfish is naturally fast, but I was just hoping, you know, that I would be slower because I know he's going to Shell Smash off. And I was debating going for the Haze or not, because I was really hoping if he had speed EVs, he would be faster, go for a Shell Smash. Then I can go for a Haze and just negate all that. But I'm still going to be naturally faster, so that's going to suck a bit. Now, he is going to take massive damage from the Waterfall and the Spikes. So I know that if I can just outspeed him next turn with anything I bring in, or if he can somehow miss a move, then I pretty much have this game in the bag. I mean, all things considered. He also shows me that he's Life Orb, so I could quite possibly Life Orb stall him, all things considered again. But I'm going to go into my Magneton here, and he's actually going to have the HP Fire. Now, I didn't really expect this, you know, because most Omastars that I see have Hydro Pump or Surf, Shell Smash, Ice Beam, and I believe it's HP Grass for water types. But he actually has the HP Fire. It's going to work out great for him. So my only hope now is for him to possibly miss a Hydro Pump, and by the grace of God, he misses a Hydro Pump, which means I'm going to be able to get a Bullet Seed off, and easily going to be able to take out this thing. And now, I believe he only has one Pokemon left, which is Sharpedo. So, I am getting, you know, I got the crit and I get the miss. So, that stuff kind of helps me out, but, you know, it's still going to be a good match. So, he's going to go for the Protect, knowing that he is slower, no matter what, because Chinchino has, like, it's a base 115 speed, which maxes out to 161, I think. Like, I think it speed ties with a Floatzel. So he's going to go for the Protect. Now he's going to go for a Crunch, and because he is Adamant Nature, I mean, I don't really think he needs to be Adamant Nature, but because he's Adamant Natured, and he's going to get a Payback crit right there, didn't matter whatsoever, because Chinchino is fragile as crap. So now he's going to get 2 speed boosts. So my last Pokemon is a Scyther, and I'm thinking, alright, max HP, I can at least hopefully take one move. But then I see Stealth Rock damage, and I'm like, oh crap, this is going to suck. I really, really, really need to be able to KO him with this quick attack, because if I don't, I'm screwed. And I get another crit, which completely matters in the long run, because there's no way that I was going to be able to take that thing out, even though I'm technician and stuff. So that is my narrow 1-0 victory. I hope you guys really like my battle. So check out my channel, DrStunJosh. Check out my opponent's channel, BrokenImpact. Great battler. And, you know, please hit that like button for Teal Taylor, and I will see you all another time.